Good morning, year 2 students. How are you today? Hope you're doing fine. For today's lesson, we are going to need our learner's books, our notebooks, our pencils, and erasers. Learner's books, notebooks, pencils, and erasers. For our learning objectives, learners will be able to improve their estimation and begin to visualize the volume of 1 liter and half a liter. Learners will also be able to gain further practice in estimating and developing their knowledge and understanding of half a liter and 1 liter. Learners will improve in their calculation skills and will come to realize that it is better to measure in 1 liter than half a liter, as this will make it easier to calculate the volume of liquid in a container. So, we are still looking at the topic on capacity, okay, and conversion of liters to milliliters and milliliters to liters. Okay, in this slide we've been shown how to calculate or to measure 1 liter, half a liter, and 1.5 liter. Okay, we already know that 1000 milliliters make how many liter? 1 liter. So if we have to make 1 liter, what do we need to do? We can add half liter plus half liter, which will give us 1 liter. Or we can add 1/4 liter 4 times to give us 1 liter. Okay, now for us to get half a liter, we can add 1/4 liter how many times? 2 times. 1/4 plus 1/4, which will give us half a liter, and half a liter is equal to 500 milliliters. And how can we do to get 1.5 liters? We can add 1 liter plus half liter, or we can add half liter 3 times, or we can add 1/4 liter 6 times. Okay, which will give us how many liters? 1.5 liters. In this slide, we are going to look at how to convert milliliters to liters. How to convert milliliters to liters. Like we already know, 1000 milliliters equals to how many liters? 1 liter. Okay, now to get the conversion of 500 milliliters to liters, what are we going to do? We'll divide 500 by 1000. So 500 divided by 1000. 1, 2, 3. We are going to cancel 10 from 1000 and cancel 10 from 500. Cancel the next 0 from 1000 and cancel the next 0 from 500. How many zeros do we have left in 1000? We have just 1. Now we'll come here to 5 and we'll move our decimal point 1 time to the left. Okay, because we have 1 0 left in 1000, we are going to move 1 time and we'll put a point and add a 0 behind. So that's going to give us 0.5 liters. Okay, now 250 divided by 1000 milliliters. Remember, we always divide when converting from milliliters to liters. So we are going to divide 250 by 1000. 250 divided by 1000, and we cancel our 10 from 1000. We cancel the next 0 from 250. How many zeros do we have left in 1000? We have 2 zeros left, so we are going to move our decimal point from 5 2 times to the left. We are going to go 1 and 2. We put a point and we add a 0. What is that going to give us? 0.25, and that is our answer in liters, 0.2 liters. So 250 divided by 1000 equals 0.2 liters. Okay, so 100, we're going to divide by 100 by what? By 1000. Good job. So 100 divided by 1000. Remember, we'll cancel a 0. 1 0 from 1000. 1 0 from 100. We have other zeros. 1 0 from 1000. Another 0 from 100. How many zeros do we have left in 1000? 1 0. So we move our decimal point to the left 1 time because we have just 1 0 left in 1000. So we move 1 time. We put our full stop and a point, and we write a 0 behind a point, and that is going to give us 0.1 liter. Is that clear? Okay, so let's do this together. We know 1000 milliliters equal to how many liters? Good job, 1 liter. And 2000 milliliters equal to how many liters? 2 liters. Good job. 3000 milliliters equal to how many liters? Great, 3 liters. Now, what are we going to do to get how many liters there are in 500 milliliters? Remember what we did in the former slide? What did we do? We divide 500 by how many? 500 divided by 1000. Good. 500 divided by 1000. So what do? We cancel 1 0 here. We cancel 1 0 here. Another 0 from 1000. Another 0 from 500. How many zeros do we have left in 1000? 1. So from 5 we are going to move a decimal point 1 decimal point to the left. So we are going to move 1 time. We put a decimal point and we add a 0 behind it. So what is our answer? 0.50 0.5 liters. Good job. And can you do for 250? Okay, you can try to do for 250. 250 divided by what? 1000. Remember, when converting from milliliters to liters, you always divide. So we are going to cancel a 0 here from 1000. We cancel the 0 from 250. How many zeros do we have left in 1000? 2. So we are going to move our decimal point from 5 2 times to the left. Let's go. 1, 2. Okay, and we put a point and add a 0. So what is our answer? 0.25 liters of liquid. So we have 0.25 liters. Great. Okay, let's do for 100. For 100, so we are going to have 100 divided by what? 100 divided by 1000. Great. What are we going to do? We cancel 1 0 here, 1 0 from 100, another 0 from 1000, another 0 from 100. How many zeros do we have left? 1. How many times we move from 1 to the left? 1 time, because we have 1 0 left. We'll move our decimal point how many times? Just 1 time. 1. We put a point and then we add a 0. So how many would that give us? 0.1 liter. Good job. Okay, so we are going to continue with our conversion from milliliters to liters and from liters to milliliters. The first example has been done for us. Okay, so we have 3,500 milliliters. Okay, so how many liters are in 3,000 milliliters? We have 3 liters in 3,000 milliliters, which has been written here. And how many is left? 500 milliliters. So we have 3,500 milliliters, which will make how many liters? 3.5 liters. Okay, so can we do the next one together? We have 2,500 milliliters. How many liters we have? How many thousands of liters? 2,000. And 2,000 liters will give us how many? 2. 2 liters and 2 liters and how many milliliters? 500. Good job. And 500 milliliters. Good. Which is equal to how many? 2.5 liters. Great. Okay, they've given us just in liters and in milliliters. Now how do we do this? For liters, how many would this give us? We have 4,000 liters, 300 milliliters. So it's going to give us 4,300 milliliters. Good. And in liters is going to be how many? 4 point what? 4.3 4.3 liters. Now can you finish the rest, the next three? Okay, you can try it. Okay, and we have another example here. These ones are both the one we've just done. They are in thousands and hundreds. This one below, for example, 3050 milliliters, is in thousands and below hundreds, below 100. Okay, that is why we have 3050 milliliters. And how can it be divided to liters and milliliters? 3000 milliliters will give us how many liters? 3 liters and 50 milliliters, which is equal to 3.05 liters. Okay, let's do the next one together. We have 2090 milliliters. So we are going to have 2 liters from 2000 milliliters. And how many milliliters? And 90. Great job. And 90 milliliters. And this will be equal to what? In liters, 2 point what? 2.09. 2.09 liters. Okay, can you do for the next two? Yes, I think you can. So just try it out. Okay. Good job. So we have another exercise here which says 1 liter equals 1.75 pence, and 4.5 liters equals 1 gallon, and 25 milliliters equals 1 tablespoon. Now the question says, question 1 says, how many pins are there in 2 liters? How many pins is 1 liter? 1.75. Now, what do you think we'll do? We are going to either multiply or add to know how many pins there are in 2 liters. So if 1 liter equals 1.75 pins, how many will 2 liters be? So we can say 2 multiplied by what? By 1.75, which will be equal to how many? 3.5. 3.5 pins. Okay, so it's going to give us 3.5 pins, or we can say 1.75 pins plus another 1.75 pins. Remember, we are doing this calculation to get for 2 liters 0.75 pins, which will be equal to how many? 3.5 5 pints. Okay, so you can either add the pints or you can multiply them to give you the right answer. Okay, so you can either add the pints or multiply them to give you the right answer. Let's go to question 2. Okay, the second question says, how many liters are there in 2 gallons? How many liters are there in 2 gallons? We've been told that how many liters are there in 2 gallons? 4.5. So what do you think we'll do if 1 liter equals 4.5 and it gives 1 gallon? To get for 2 gallons, what will we do? Okay, same as we did before in question 1, we can do for question 2. We can either multiply or we can add. So we are going to say 4.5 plus 4.5 equals how many? 4.5 plus 4.5 liters equals 9 gallons. It will give us 9 gallons. Or you can multiply 4.5 2 times. Okay, which will still give us 9 gallons. Okay, are we clear about this? All right. Okay, open to your books, your learner's books, to page 52. Learner's books, page 52. Are you there? Now let's read together. Simo uses a 1 liter jug to pour water into his bucket. Judith uses a half liter jug to pour water into her bucket. Simo needed 4 jugs of water to fill his bucket, and Judith needed 8 jugs of water to fill her bucket. Okay, so we have some questions to answer below Seymour and Judith. Now, what if Seymour uses the small jug? What if Seymour uses the small jug? Okay, so how many times will he carry water to fill his bucket if he uses the small jug? He will carry water in the small jug 8 times to fill his bucket. Or he'll need to carry 8 jugs of water to fill his bucket. So what will his level be? What will his level be? His level will be 8 jugs. 8 jugs. Okay. So, how did you know? Can you give your reason why you think his level will be 8 and why he needs to carry 8 jugs of water? Okay, so think about it and then we are going to discuss about that. Okay, for my own reason, I think so because the small jug is half a liter and the big jug is 1 liter. So we'll need to carry with the small jug many more times than we'll need to carry with the bigger jug. Now for Judith, The question is, what if Judith uses the large jug? What will her label be? So her label will be 4 jugs. If she uses the bigger jug, her label will be 4 jugs. Okay, now there's another question below there. How many different ways could they do that? So how many different ways could they fill their buckets? How many different ways could they fill their buckets? So they could either use the 1 liter jug or the half-liter jug, or use both the 1 liter jug and the half-liter jug to fill both their buckets. Okay, all right, thank you. This was the end of our class, so keep your questions for our revision classes. See you soon and have a nice day. Bye.